So I hope I'm talking a little. I'm not ashamed of what I'm saying because I honestly believe all this every word. So let's talk about the World Diamond Council for a minute. I got a problem with the World Diamond Council. Actually, I'm one of the few people probably on this call that was in Kimberley to start the Kimberley process. And I spent 4 years of my life. And I was there at the founding of the World Diamond Council. So I believe we had to stop a war in Sierra Leone. By the way, we're going to Sierra Leone. I'm going 15th of October. If you really want to have a life experience, come with me. But the issue here was that it's terrible what's going on with this World Diamond Council. First of all, they're going to the Kimberley process. The Kimberley process is certifying Russian diamonds, Zimbabwe diamonds, any diamonds. Whether they kill people, they don't kill people, they rape women, they don't rape women, doesn't matter. No problem. Here's your certificate, sir. And that's a legitimate diamond. And the United States passed the Clean Diamond Act. If anyone wants to see something cute, just type in Martin Rapaport congressional record, and you'll see how I supported it. But the bottom line from this is that the Kimberley process now is about as corrupt as they come. And the diamond industry supposedly saying they represent us, me. Oh, it's wonderful. So and it's an interesting thing. The World Diamond Council was created to support the Kimberley process, which is only rough diamonds. And now they want to expand their mandates. Not only are they screwing up the rough diamond business with their certification of blood diamonds, now they're going to the polished business, more greenwashing. So their efforts to represent the large companies. They're cynically using the issue of responsible sourcing to create national laws, not voluntary, national laws that require unacceptable compliance requirements that are going to force all companies out of the trade, reduce competition, and destroy our markets. The WDC wants market power for the big companies of funding. That's how I see this. Oh, maybe they're working altruistically. I don't buy it. They have interests, and they're there to protect the interests of those that fund them. The WDC holds the sole representative of the diamond trade. It's time we stop this misrepresentation. I'm calling on members of the diamond trade to officially resign from the WDC and send them notice that they are not to be represented them in any way. We will be sending an email with a link for such registrations notice shortly. In other words, I am taking a strong position about the World Diamond Council. While they were doing things that were unethical, and I cried about it, I was a crybaby. Now they're trying to destroy our markets, trying to destroy competition. I'm no longer going to be a crybaby. Now is the time that I have to take a very strong move against them and say, no, not now, not coming in controlling how we're going to do business in America. Absolutely not. You cannot destroy our markets. You cannot hurt our small people. Now, we're in ethical issues here. And that's kind of what I do always say. You got to understand the ethical issues. And maybe I'm crazy, but I'm going to tell you what I think. We're 2 days away from Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year, which is a time of reflection, a time of asking forgiveness, a time of prayer, a time for really saying we're sorry for the stuff we did. And wouldn't you know it, the Jains in India help a Pari Usha. Pari Usha win the second day of Pari Usha. I believe it's a 7-day. And both of these holidays are an opportunity for ask forgiveness. So I too ask for forgiveness, and a lot of people are not going to forgive me for dropping diamond prices as I do, but I do ask for forgiveness. And I do want to say the words that they say in India, I hope Michami Dukadam, which means forgive me for any of the transgressions that I have made. And let me tell you this, guys. I believe in God. And I believe in karma. Maybe if you don't believe in God, you can still believe in karma. Pay it forward. Good deeds. The issue of synthetic diamonds and sanctions didn't come from nowhere. I mean, if you believe in a God and you believe that there's karma, all of a sudden we're getting whacked. Synthetics, all of a sudden we're getting whacked. Sanctions. It's not a good vibe. Our industry is trading in blood diamonds that cause suffering. It should be clear that we cannot prosper because of the suffering of others. Can't do it. It's bad karma. If we continue trading in blood diamonds, we do not deserve to remain in this business. It's not laws. It's not State Department. It's not G7. It's not Russian sanctions. It's us. We human beings have to be human. And we cannot trade in diamonds that people are getting hurt over. If we do that, we're in direct conflict with everything our diamonds represent, everything we should believe in. So let's not have a diamond business. Now, I'm not saying that the majority of the diamonds help people tremendously, so don't get me wrong, but we cannot sit here and officially World Diamond Council kosher these terrible diamonds. We can't do that. It's horrible. Now, look at the governments. The governments have interests. So good governments try to be ethical, but often they cannot be ethical. They're not. If they got to deal with nuclear issues, well, they're dealing with higher level issues than ethics. So they have strategic interests that are more important than ethics. Certainly national security interests down. But sometimes governments do bad things because we in the industry do not guide them properly. We don't speak up. We just let it happen. For example, take a look at this. The United States sanctions the Zimbabwean government, and then the United States State Department votes them in as the chair of the Kimberley process. I mean, it's not talking out of two sides of your mouth. It's being two people. It's being too fast. But it's okay if there's nuclear reasons or there's national strategic reasons. Not the president. It's his job. But I am saying to you that when I see things like this, I say to myself, no, this is not right. This is not correct. And I have to say, so we have to say something as an industry. Let me see if I can get onto the right screen here. Now, I'm going to say something here that I feel very strongly about. We're coming to the end of this. The World Diamond Council and the Kimberley process is meeting in Zimbabwe this November 6th to 10th. WDC representatives will be feasting in Victoria Falls as millions of people in Zimbabwe are starving. Take a look at the World Food Program. Take a look at what's going on there. Not just that, all the doctors are leaving, everybody's leaving due to the corrupt Zimbabwean government, who happen to be the hosts. This can't be right. No. You cannot go to Zimbabwe, say everything's okay. That country is a failed state. That country is just horrible. People are terrible. And the people who are destroying the lives of the wrong government people who are destroying the lives. These government people, getting Kimberley process certificates, sending the diamonds to the UAE, no problem, getting the money, everything's kosher. No. I'm talking karma. You do this kind of stuff, don't expect the diamond industry to be successful. I don't know if it's going to be next synthetic diamond, some other problem. If we want a legitimate industry, you cannot allow this. Now, I'm going to be fasting for 3 days. Last time I did this was when Zimbabwe was let into the Kimberley process. November 7th to the 9th, I'm going to be fasting personally. I'll drink water, but that's it. 3 days in solidarity with the people starving in Zimbabwe and in protest against the WDC participation in the Kimberley process. I don't know how anybody can go to this Victoria Falls things and eat like that or feast like they feast, I fast. Calling on the diamond and jewelry trade to fast with me for 1 day, not 3 days, 1 day. Tuesday, November 7th. I know it's before Rosh Hashanah, so maybe I'm feeling more spiritual, but we as an industry we deserve 1 day to fast. Fast for our industry, fast for our families, fast for ourselves. Let us take a day to reflect on who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Stop a day. Spiritual reflection. Go to work. Pray for others that are less fortunate than us. There are so many. And let's pray for ourselves. Who are we? What kind of people are we? What is this diamond jewelry industry? I'm not just talking about people in Africa. How do we deal with our clients? How do we deal with our employees? How do we deal with all this stuff? We should pray that we should be worthy of what we have and what we do. Don't take diamonds for granted. And don't take the diamond industry for granted. Don't take anything for granted. It has to be nurtured. It has to be properly developed.